What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this beautiful Tuesday evening, or actually not evening, afternoon? We're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's having a grand old time. Now, I'm not 100% sure why the camera is looking the way that it is, but we are going to be rolling with this, what we have right now. How's everybody doing in the chat? What's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and just do some quick shout outs on the people on the chat here. We got Lennon, we got Mike, Classy, Michael, Chance, Cade. Everybody's up in the house right now. We're talking some Arizona Cardinals today, where we're just really kind of trying to come down to the nitty gritty, right? We are at the verge of, okay, that's better. That's better. Oh, there you go. Okay. I was like, what is going on with this camera? Okay, so we want to talk about everything Arizona Cardinals, right? Today is supposed to be the day where we're going to go ahead and get the final 53-man roster. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, and we're just kind of waiting. It was supposed to be at 1 p.m. today, Arizona time / Pacific time, but we are still kind of waiting at this very moment. Now, I do remember last year where we were kind of waiting at the bit and it didn't come out until 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So I try to do a little bit more strategic this time around, and I was going to wait for 3 o'clock before I started jumping the gun. But there is some huge Arizona Cardinal news just in general that we're going to be diving into today. What's up, everybody? If you guys haven't already smacked that like button, please do so right now. Smack that like button. We are here to try to see who the 53-man roster of the Arizona Cardinals are. If you guys get the news before I do, definitely let me know on the chat here. Now, we also do appreciate any super chats, smacking the like button, everything that's going to help this channel grow. Definitely do all that stuff right now, and let's get started. Now, earlier this morning, we had some updates for the Arizona Cardinals. A couple of people to talk about is that the Arizona Cardinals started, trimming off some, people on the roster, and the biggest notable people to talk about is going to be Trace McSorley was released earlier today. So my prediction, my 53-man prediction, is a complete wash because honestly, at this point right now, I feel like I got a lot of people wrong. But it's really kind of hard to try to get to know, in the mind of an actual other person. So Trace McSorley did not make the 53-man roster. Now their hopes and prayers is for them to move him into the practice squad. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do with Trace McSorley, but he has to clear waivers. If he does clear waivers, then he's going to go to the practice squad, and we'll have to kind of wait to see what happens with him. Now, another player that was pretty surprising that was cut earlier today was Chandler Wooten. He was a linebacker that made some really good plays in the preseason. I think there's a lot of fans out there that were really excited about Chandler Wooten with an opportunity of, hey, maybe he can be that guy for us, right? Backing up Zaven Collins, anything like that would be an absolute plus for Arizona Cardinal fans, but it doesn't seem like that's the route that the Arizona Cardinals wanted to take because Chandler Wooten was also released earlier today, and we're not going to see Chandler Wooten. Another big news storyline coming out is that Jace Whitaker, one of our cornerbacks, was released earlier today per sources. I think he was more released yesterday more than anything, but he is no longer a member of the Arizona Cardinals. And there was some comments made by Cliff Kingsbury today about Antonio Hamilton, being that it's a shame. So this is what Cliff Kingsbury said today about Antonio Hamilton. And I want to see if I can find the specific, let's see here. I want to see if I can find the specific tweet from him. Okay, obviously I can't. But if you guys are not familiar with the news that's going on with Antonio Hamilton, essentially what's happening is that he already got a starting role with the Arizona Cardinals. He already got one. But and he beat out Marco Wilson. Let me add that right there. He beat Marco Wilson out for the number 2 cornerback spot in our depth chart. But Cliff Kingsbury came out today and he ended up saying that it's a shame because Antonio Hamilton already got a starting position and something along the lines of just being absolutely very vague. So we don't really know what's going to happen with Antonio Hamilton 100%. Like we really don't know. So we're just kind of, left in the dark right now. Now, the Arizona Cardinals did make a move today for a cornerback. We're going to talk about him pretty soon. So if that's what you guys are here for right now, we're going to dive into it right now. We have some Raiders fans giving us some news. We have some, Raiders fans giving us a little bit of insight about Trayvon. So we're going to be talking about him pretty soon here as well. So definitely go ahead and just give me some time, and we will be diving into that here pretty soon as well. Now, continue to talk about Antonio Hamilton. It's a little concerning, right? We don't really know exactly what the extent of how this is going to shake out for our cornerback room. We really don't know at all. We're just kind of waiting, right? We did make a play today, which is absolutely huge for the Arizona Cardinals, just in general, because we'll absolutely take it, right? We'll take it, especially if there's no cornerbacks on our spot at this very moment. We will take the opportunity to get anything we possibly can, and we did just that today. The Arizona Cardinals did end up making a huge trade, or at least in my personal opinion, they made a huge trade. And why I'm saying a huge trade is because we needed to get cornerback depth. We just did. There's just no way, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Arizona Cardinals needed to get depth in the cornerback spot. Now, we traded today for Trayvon Mullins. We traded today for him. And of course, who was it from? It was from the Las Vegas Raiders again. I feel like every chance we were trying to get a Hail Mary, who's there? None other than the Las Vegas Raiders, or just the Raiders organization just in general. They're always coming out here to kind of give us a little bit of, help whenever we need that help here on our end. So we did make a trade today for Trayvon Mullen. Now, he does come from the Las Vegas Raiders, and I believe he was picked up in the 2019 draft in the second round, 40th overall, and we ended up picking him up for a 7th round conditional pick with the opportunity of possibly being a 6th rounder. I believe when Ian Rappaport said that, he was talking about maybe a little bit later towards the season, especially if he shakes out for the Arizona Cardinals. That is what the speculations are going right now about Trayvon Mullen. Now, obviously, for me, I don't really know too much about Trayvon Mullen. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't know very, very much about Trayvon Mullen. So I had to go ahead and go over to my resources. I had to reach out to one of my good buddies, Spotlight Raiders Talk, that he has his own YouTube channel as well. And I told him, hey, man, this trade just happened. Give me the squeeze. What exactly do you know about Trayvon Mullen? Now, with the exception of him getting picked up in the 2019 draft, 2nd round pick, 40th overall, that's the extent of what I've known of Trayvon Mullen. Like that's as far as I know. Now, this is going to be what he told me here. He says, I'm going to be honest with you. He is a good cornerback. He's just injury prone. So availability is one thing to be concerned with. When he is on the field, he is really good, just very handsy and on one-on-one coverage, but overall still a really good player. The best of the best of ability to be available. So basically, whenever he's available is when he's the best at. He also says he's coming off a toe surgery, so I don't know if he's going to be available for week 1. Plus, we play y'all in week 2. Yes, he definitely wanted to remind us that, yes, we are going to be playing the Raiders in week 2, which is definitely something that we are all fully aware of. But Trayvon Mullen is now a member of the Arizona Cardinals for a 7th conditional pick. And I can't help but notice again with the Raiders, right? I feel like it's always the Raiders, and I always feel like we're always kind of fleecing them. Now, whether Trayvon Mullen pans out for the Arizona Cardinals or not, we'll have to kind of wait and see, right? The biggest thing that I ended up hearing, at least from the Raider folks, which know him a lot more than Arizona Cardinal folks, in my personal opinion, they're the ones saying that he is good when he's available. Now, let me see. I did have some other comments from some Raiders as well, and I think they're saying amongst the same thing. So this is the first Raider fan that I wanted to definitely give a big shout out to. Albert B. He says, Raiders fan here. You guys just grabbed yourself a shutdown corner when he is healthy. I'm really confused as to why we let him go for the 7th round conditional pick. But congratulations, Cardinals fans. This might be the steal of the year. And obviously he's saying Raiders. I'm not going to go ahead and say that just because that would hurt my soul. But Another Raiders fan coming in here and saying he is a great pick as long as he can stay healthy. Now, this is the other screenshot that I ended up getting from Prab. He says, as a Raiders fan, he's got a lot of potential. Just got to stay healthy. He can be a great man-to-man corner, just gets hurt too much. He's great at covering. He's got skills, just not a lot of INTs, but he's got a lot of pass deflections. He's 6'2", slim, and he can put it all together. He's only 24, and he's about to be 25, so he needs to be healthy, but when he puts it all together. So that seems to be the big consensus that we have right now, right? Talking to Raiders fans, what's Trayvon Mullen going to give us? It seems like he is a great pickup for the Arizona Cardinals, and Steve Keim did it again with fleecing the Las Vegas Raiders. Definitely got to give him kudos there, but I think in the grand scheme of things here that the Arizona Cardinals might have gotten their cornerback that we all been waiting for, right? Now, I want to hear from what you guys have to say. I'm very curious to figure out if you guys are actually on board with Trayvon Mullen. Now, social media is a very scary, dark place that I don't want to find myself when I'm going through some things. But a lot of people were kind of saying the same thing. A lot of people were saying the same thing where it comes down to he's good. He's good. He just needs to stay healthy. That's the number one thing here. He just needs to stay healthy. And it seems like from what I've gathered from either my guys, Spotlight Raiders Talk, as well as the two Raiders fans on there as well, that seems to be the consensus. Great pickup, especially for a 7th round pick, but he just needs to stay healthy. Now let's take it to the comments here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Godspeed says Mullen is one of the best press on corner. He can be a cornerback 2 or a cornerback 3. Thank you so very much, Godspeed, for that. Charles says fire Steve Keim and fire Cliff Kingsbury now. Woo! Charles up in here right now giving some fire out here. He doesn't seem very happy about the whole situation that we're all finding ourselves in right now, right? Now, I would have never thought that this was going to be a player that the Arizona Cardinals were going to target, right? Trayvon Mullen, I would take it, right? I would take it. He was a former 2nd round pick, but there's people out there that wanted to get a bigger name, a bigger splash name. But if you really look at this trade, there's really no bad in this trade at all, ladies and gentlemen. There's really no bad at all. A 7th round conditional pick is all we gave up, with the opportunity of possibly being a 6th round pick. Like, 6th round picks usually don't make the 53-man roster, ladies and gentlemen. So honestly, I see the frustration where you're coming from, Charles. I see you. I hear you. I'm right there with you. But honestly, in the grand scheme of things, for a conditional 7th round pick, I mean, you can't really ask for more at this very moment. Now, for that pick, now, are we going to get other picks? Are we still in contention to try to get other cornerbacks, right? I think the biggest thing right now that a lot of people are kind of holding their hope for, holding their breath, is people are saying, who's going to get cut from other teams? Now, I don't like the philosophy, personally. I don't like the philosophy that we're going to be picking up scraps from other teams. I don't like it. I don't like that we're putting all our eggs in that basket. And the reason why I say that is because we could have gotten another cornerback. There's still some durable veteran cornerbacks as of right now still waiting to get picked up. They're still chilling there. But the Arizona Cardinals decided to take this route where it seemed like there was a trade coming in the works, right? We talked about it. Now, this probably isn't the big splash play that a lot of people wanted. I'm right there with you. But so far with what Raiders are saying right now, they're seeming to kind of being on our side. They seem to be like, hey, great job on this pickup. 7th round pick, you can't go wrong with that. So let me go ahead and highlight Albert B again with this comment. He says, you guys just grabbed yourself a shutdown corner when he is healthy. I'm really confused as to why we let him go for a 7th round conditional pick. Now, I did hop onto my guy Spotlight Raiders Talks, live stream a little earlier. The only really thing I can say to hopefully give you a little piece, my guy, is I think they're trying to get rid of the old regime. That's the only thing I can kind of, say is they're probably trying to get rid of the old regime. All the stuff that was happening with the Gruden days, I think they're just trying to get rid of as much picks as they possibly can. But I don't really have very much insight other than that. I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Cardinal fan more than anything. So that's kind of what is happening right now for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I'm going to do a real quick refresh on my Twitter page, and I'm hoping that the Arizona Cardinals are finally releasing that 53-man roster, because as of right now, there is nothing saying that the 53-man roster has been released, but I do remember last year that it wasn't specifically at 1 p.m. There was an actual delay, and I could have sworn it was around 3 p.m., and that's why I wanted to go live around this time to try to catch it in front of it, but it doesn't really seem like there is very much update as of right now. We can only really speculate. We can only really talk about who was the one who ended up getting traded, or I'm sorry, not traded, but released. And so far, what we know today, Trace McSorley got released today. Chandler Wooten got released today, amongst other players. But those are I guess, the biggest names that were kind of out there, that were kind of floated around. Now, Jace Whitaker was a cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals. I heard that he was released either today or yesterday, per league sources. I mean, that's all you can really say, right? Per league sources is what I'm gathering at this very moment. So it's just kind of TBD. It's just kind of TBD at this very moment. Let's get to my guy here. He says, KM1, he says, why did they cut Trace McSorley? He played good in the preseason. The only thing I can think of here, and I hope this gives you a little light at the end of the tunnel, the only thing I can tell you is their plan is to put him back in the practice squad if he clears waivers. If there's a team that picks him up, then we lost out on Trace McSorley. But the plan is to bring him back in the practice squad. And the only reason why I can see this happening is because that the Arizona Cardinals might have one of those one or two fringe players that are really kind of, should we keep him or should we not? And I think they're valuing those people over Trace McSorley, because we got Kyler Murray, right? We're hoping Kyler Murray stays healthy this year. We're hoping, we don't see very much of Colt McCoy, but when Colt McCoy is out there, he's giving us production. So I think that's kind of really what we're kind of, hanging our hat on at this very moment. I don't know. That's pretty much what the extent of what's been happening so far from the Arizona Cardinals, because as of right now, we're waiting. We're waiting for the 53-man roster to be released. I don't really see I don't know why it hasn't been released as of right now, but there's other teams out there as well. We're not the only teams that are waiting for this roster to go ahead and get released to the public. But let's take it to the comments here. Let's see what you guys have to say. We have my guy NFL 2.0. He says, Andy Isabella for Lattimore. I don't know if I should even humor that comment. I honestly don't even know if I should humor that comment. Now, there was a player that was actually traded away from the Saints today. And I don't see the Saints as a team that's contending. Maybe Lattimore can be a person that the Arizona Cardinals can possibly target. But you also got to keep in mind that Lattimore is coming with a huge price. And being that we just paid Kyler Murray, being that eventually we're going to be paying Cody Ford, it just depends on how this shakes out. Eventually, we're going to be playing Marquise Hollywood Brown. And on top of that, bringing in Trayvon Mullen, if he actually works out for us, we need to pay him as well. So there's a lot of, if this happens, that's going to happen. If that happens, this is going to happen. So we'll kind of have to wait and see exactly how this shakes out for this Arizona Cardinal team. Because as of right now, it's absolutely TBD, y'all. It's absolutely TBD. And we're just kind of waiting. We're waiting for this opportunity to really kind of find out where this roster is. I'm constantly refreshing my Twitter page, and as of right now, still nothing on my end about this 53-man roster's release. Yeah, nothing here on my end. Let's see here. Jordan P says, people need to stop saying Lattimore. It's a joke to think they're even available. Or Okuda, sorry. For some reason, my mind went blank. So you're saying people need to stop saying Lattimore, Okuda, or Jay Terrell. It's a joke to think that even people are be available. Well, I agree with what you're saying there, but I also do kind of have the same sentiment for people that are talking about CeeDee Lamb, right? CeeDee Lamb's been talked about for quite some time, and I honestly don't get it. Like, I don't understand why people even humor the fact that people even talk about this. Like, CeeDee Lamb ain't coming here at all. And you can probably, say the same thing for AJ Terrell or Okuda or Lattimore, but true to the nature, I don't think those teams are going to contend. And if they want to unload a contract, that probably would be the best, as well as giving up, or taking in some draft capital. But we've seen some crazier things happen in the NFL. We have definitely seen some crazier things happen in the NFL. Ian says, we're not trading for another cornerback, guys. We're going to get a vet free agent if we make a move. I wouldn't be mad at that, right? I wouldn't be mad at that at all in terms of the Arizona Cardinals possibly getting a vet quarterback. I think we've been all asking for one. The good thing is that there is still some available. So in terms of, we should have done it earlier. We should have done it earlier. We're still kind of waiting and chopping the bit to be like, who's going to be that guy, right? Because as of right now, Trayvon Mullen, Byron Murphy, Marco Wilson, and after that, we don't know if Antonio Hamilton is going to be ready for week 1. We don't know if Antonio Hamilton has an injury. We don't know what's happening with Antonio Hamilton because Cliff Kingsbury hasn't really said very much. And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, so I don't 100% blame him. But I think in the grand scheme of things, it's a little concerning. It's a little concerning for Arizona Cardinal fans, right? I think the ones that are taking the approach of, oh my God, panic mode, which is myself, especially because we're sitting here less than 2 weeks away for the season. If you guys don't know that now, spoiler alert, the Arizona Cardinals right now are sitting 2 weeks less or less than 2 weeks away from the season opener against the Kansas City Chiefs. And we're still don't really know what's going to happen with our cornerbacks. Now, is Trayvon Mullen going to be our savior? So far, what I've been hearing, when healthy, he definitely seems to be a player to watch for the Arizona Cardinals. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. Let's see what my guy Classy Nasty has to say. He says, trade a draft pick and Andy Isabella for another cornerback, then sign a good veteran cornerback, and finally re-sign Alford. So you're saying trade away a draft pick, Andy Isabella, for a cornerback, and then sign a veteran. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if they're going to do all of that, especially because they just got Trayvon Mullen. If they're going to get a veteran, I think they're going to stay at the veteran. You know what I mean? So, like, if they do end up getting a veteran cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals, they're going to be left with Trayvon Mullen, Byron Murphy, the veteran, and Marco Wilson, which I know, I get it, doesn't sound great, but I don't think they're going to add a fifth player to be, hey, are you going to play or are you not going to play? One of the players that I still want is Joe Hayden. I still think Joe Hayden is a stud. I like what he's done in Pittsburgh. I would love the opportunity to see that what he can do. But as of right now, there's still some cornerbacks kind of waiting for an opportunity to kind of get their bell rung more than anything. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it's looking like here. Keenan says, I think Alford or Jackson would be healthier than Mullen. Oof. We know Alford, right? We know Robert Alford has not been able to stay healthy with the Arizona Cardinals. We know that for sure, that Robert Alford has not been able to stay healthy for the Arizona Cardinals at all. We signed him originally to a 3-year contract. First 2 years, couldn't stay healthy. We released him. We re-signed him back to a healthier deal. 1-year deal, he was doing great, and then he got hurt again. So it's just kind of one of those things are you willing to bank your buck on that, right? Are you willing to bank your buck on that? Like that's kind of really what it comes down to. I'm refreshing my Twitter page right now, just FYI. Still nothing. I don't know if you guys have seen anything at all on your end about this 53-man roster, but as of right now, it has not seemed to be released at the very moment. I believe that the cuts are coming soon as well. That's why I jumped on here, because I remember last year that the Arizona Cardinals released this information. They released it around this time. So I know it didn't happen at 1 p.m. That's the reason why I didn't go live at 1 p.m. I wanted to wait for this time to see if it was available. And I think it should be coming out here pretty soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be 4. I'm only hoping it's not going to be 4 o'clock. We'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out. Jordan says, the NFL website has some cuts we have done, but okay. So you don't think it's completely up to date, but you do know that there is some on the NFL. Gotcha. I appreciate you. Thank you. Denzel Ward would be a good fit for the Cards. Well, that's kind of one of the situations too, right? With Okuda, with AJ Terrell. I don't think the Browns will get rid of Ward. The one player that I think that they would get rid of is Greedy Williams, but I don't know if that just kind of seems more of a afterthought now after we traded for Trayvon Mullen. Now, is he the answer? I don't know. So far with what our Raider fans are saying here on these screenshots, it seems like, when he's healthy, he's able to be good, right? I mean, so far with what these Raider fans are saying on these screenshots here, it seems like when he's healthy, he's going to be good. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like TBD. It's TBD at the moment. We don't really know how it's going to go and shake out, but we'll have to kind of wait and see, really. Let's take a look here. Godspeed says Cameron Thomas needs to get a starting role. I mean, we'll see. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Mike says, Mike, what are your thoughts on Jimmy G staying with the 49ers? Do you see... Okay, Mike, a quick shameless plug. If you guys aren't subscribed to the NFC West Network, I highly encourage you do so. I created another channel, right? Surprise, Mike created another channel. In the description of this video, you will see a link that says the NFC West Network. If you go to that link in the description, we're going to be talking about it today at 6 p.m. AZ time. We go live every Tuesday. We have a 49er fan. We have a Rams fan. We have a Seahawks fan. Of course, I'm the Arizona Cardinal fan. Subscribe to the NFC West Network. That's the best thing I can say. Every Tuesday we go live. We're going to be talking so much smack to each other once the season comes through. So subscribe to the NFC West Network. It's in the description of this video. I'll give you my thoughts on that. I'll wait. Let's keep reading on to the comments here. Let's see here. Let's see what Highness has to say. Highness says, I can say that he's playing with Simmons means more. It will be better for us at depth. Yes, he has come from Clemson as well. So that's a definitely, hopefully a big win there. Godspeed says 6 o'clock today. We're going to be going live on the NFC West Network. If you have not subscribed to it already, please subscribe to the. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. It's hilarious. We go back and forth. It's pretty much 4 good friends that are fans of other teams that basically talk smack to each other. That's what it is. We give updates. We give the real, and that's what it is. So definitely come through if you want to. Let's keep it reading. Let's see here. Not Mark voice crack. Yes, man. Sometimes, it happens. It happens. Let me refresh my Twitter page here. Let me see if Chance says, what's the link? It's in the description of this video. So if you go onto the description, click on the description, open it up, and there's that first thing that says NFC West Network with the little fire emoji. There should be a link right there for you. Let's do this. I'll even do this for you guys. I'll do you guys a solid right here. You guys want here's a solid for y'all right here. Here's a solid. Bam. There's the link right there, my guys. There's the link right there. I just pinned it right there. That's the NFC West Network. Here it is. I put it on the chat. Click on it. Get on it. NFC. All you need to do is search it. There it is, my peeps. There it is. Put it on the comments. Here we go. That's the link. Go on through. Subscribe over there, and I promise you won't regret it. You won't regret it. All right, let's keep it reading on to the comments here. Let's see what my guy Counter HD says. Do you think Simmons could get snaps at cornerback? Well, the way that it's described to me for Simmons and what his role is going to be is that he's a star. He's a star linebacker, and that kind of means anything, right? Where you can actually use him to cover the Kittles. You can use him to cover the tight ends. But he's just going to be like a jack of all trades, essentially how they're selling it out to us. Now, I'm excited for it to the point of I want to see what this is going to translate to, but I'm not going to hold my breath if that makes sense. I'm not going to hold my breath if that makes sense. Ian Keller says we need more Cardinal facts. Ian Keller coming up clutch, 100%. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, the NFC West Network, every single time we go live, it has nothing but Rams fans. Nothing but Rams fans. They keep gloating. They keep talking about the Super Bowl. I'm sick of it. I need Arizona Cardinal fans. Ian Keller's coming up clutch, 110%. Nothing but Rams fans over there, we need you guys to come through. The link is in the chat. Go through and subscribe to the NFC West Network every Tuesday, 6 p.m. We go live. I promise you're not going to regret it. Let's keep it going here. Freddie Swain can get cut. Wait, Freddie Swain got cut. Who squabble was really good, and Niners have a lot of drama too. Oh yeah, we're gonna go deep, y'all. We're gonna go deep on these two people. The Rams, we're gonna go deep on. No, not the Rams, but the San Francisco 49ers got a bunch of drama. And top of that, we also got the Seahawks, bunch of drama as well. So we're kind of waiting right now. We just want to talk smack. That's all we're here for. Okay, let's do a quick refresh on the Twitter page. Man, what is the deal? Why is this taking as long as it actually is? Nothing yet, y'all. Nothing yet. Yeah, nothing here. If you guys do care, or if you guys do want to know, there is a waiver wire situation. Let's talk a little bit about that, just because we got some time to talk. There's a waiver wire situation as of right now. Like, if the players that are getting released at this very moment, they need to go through the waiver wire process. Now, if you play fantasy football, you know exactly what we're talking about, like what exactly this is, right? So you have to kind of wait for the other teams in front of you to see if they want that player. If somebody before us wants that player over us and they want them, they're going to get them before us because they're higher on the waiver wire. Now, we are sitting at the number 23rd spot as of right now. So the players that are getting released as of right now, we'll have to kind of, go through 22 other teams. If those people want to pick them up, or those teams, then we're kind of SOL. Literally, we're SOL. So I don't like the fact that we were, holding our breath, holding our hopes for that. We'll have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out, because I do think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to continue to make moves. Now, also keep this in mind as well, ladies and gentlemen. Keep this in mind as well. Just because the 53-man roster comes out today, it doesn't mean that it's not going to change tomorrow. It doesn't mean that it's not going to change in 2 days or 3 days or in 2 weeks. The 53-man roster changes so often. So don't hold your breath. Like, if one of your favorite players don't make it through, like let's say, for example, Trace McSorley, he didn't make it through. We're hoping that he's going to clear waivers and hoping that he's going to be put on the practice squad. He very well can come up if some terrible injury ends up happening to the Arizona Cardinals. So keep that in mind as well. Don't feel so bad. Hopefully you don't feel terribly if that's the case. But in the grand scheme of things here, ladies and gentlemen, right now the Arizona Cardinals are sitting the number 23rd in the waiver wire. So we got 22 teams to get choosing from the people that are getting released today. So because there's so many cuts happening today, there's so much players that are going to be available for either the Arizona Cardinals or the 22 other teams before the Arizona Cardinals on the waiver wire. Hopefully that makes a little sense. If not, I don't know what else to say. Edward Ramirez says sign Alfred. Yes, I wouldn't mind that. Flaming says we should cut Cliff. That's funny. What surprising trade you think could happen? That's the thing. Like, it's just so much things could happen at this very moment. So much things can happen at this moment. Not Mario. I don't think I'm going to accept that trade, my dude. I don't think you're trying to take my whole draft class. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to accept that trade, my guy. Let's keep it reading to the comments. Let's see here. Mario tried to pull a Kyle on 100%. You're trying to pull a Kyle on me. You just gave me Kyler Murray and then try to expect me to go blindly. Nah, bro. I'm trying to win this year. He says Rams don't have a page. That's why they follow us. That's funny. That's funny. Well, I mean, we got Payo time. Payo's great. Honestly, Payo's amazing. If you guys have not checked out Payo time, he's a great content creator for the Rams. Love him. And he's the guy that's basically on our NFC network. He's the ambassador, or he's the fan on the NFC West Network. So I don't know about all that, but I do need some more Cardinal support. So if you guys can subscribe to it. Tuesday, we're gonna go live today at 6:00. I need more Cardinal fans there. Trust. It's gonna be fun. All right, let's keep it going here. Marco Wilson, all-star year. I mean, I hope so. I hope so, man. I really do. Okay, let's do another quick refresh. Do we have breaking news? No breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on right now? Yeah, nothing right now. I'm not even seeing anybody's 53-man roster come out right now. Not seeing anybody's come out right now. I was really hoping by 3 or 3:30 we're going to be getting some sort of information as to who is going to be that guy for the Arizona Cardinals, but as of right now, we're just kind of waiting. Hank Hill says, I'm back. What's up, Hank Hill? Appreciate you for being here, man. I feel like it's been an absolute while since I've seen you. Thanks for being here. Anisha's Titans have gotten their fifth. Have they really? No. When did they get their roster? Was it pretty recent? Give me a second. Let me find out here, man. Let me find out here real quick. Tennessee Titans. So are we just like sitting on our hands? Is that what we're doing now? Titan, where are you, man? Titans. They got their 53-man roster, did they really? Oh, you're right. Whoa, buddy. They did it an hour ago. They got theirs an hour ago. A look at the Titans' current 53-man roster position by position. And we're just chilling here, y'all. We're chilling. We are chilling right now. Philly has their rosters out. Bingo says as well. Or Matt Bingo, sorry, man. Let me take a look at this Cardinal app real quick. 1 second. 53-man roster. Where are you? Why aren't you posted yet? Trimming to 53. Yeah, it has not been released still to the day. Why do I feel like the Arizona Cardinals are always chilling? They're always waiting. They're always waiting. Yeah, nothing yet, y'all. Nothing yet. We're waiting, y'all. We're waiting. We're trying. We're trying to see if we can catch this. I'm not sure if it's going to be here a lot later than I would hope or think it's going to come out, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. Rai says everyone's saying L for McSorley, but dude was just worst against the second and third stringers. Well, that's the thing. Well, McSorley wasn't going to be a starter. I see where you're coming from. I mean, Colt's definitely better, right? I don't think there's a doubt in anybody's mind that Colt McCoy is better. Colt McCoy is 110% better than Trace McSorley. I think we were all just kind of hoping and praying that he was going to be our backup for the future. He could still very well be. I mean, especially if he clears waivers, he can be on our practice squad. And I think that's the intention of the Arizona Cardinals to do something like that, to put him in the practice squad. And I think that's exactly the route that they want to take. Maybe another move is going to happen. I only hope so. I can only hope so. Steven A. Smith says, bro, dang, bro, it has been a minute, man. I appreciate you for coming in. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't done so already, definitely smack that like button. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We talk everything Arizona Cardinals. I understand this page is called the AZ Sports Fan, but fairly favors the Arizona Cardinals more than anything. So definitely subscribe it up, like the video. Just join the community, y'all. Join the community. We're on the road to 10K. Can't do it without you guys. Need you just to subscribe it up. Let's keep it reading here. Somebody says Greg Newsome. So I don't think Greg Newsome's an option. I think Greedy Williams might be an option, but not Greg Newsome. Waiver gives us hope. Highness says, I don't know about gives us hope, but I mean, I guess. Bro, what are these Arizona? Who has released their... So we had Philly, you said, and then we also had Titans release their 53. But I'm not seeing anything else here. I appreciate the 2 people that subscribe to the NFC West Network. Oh, no, never. Oh, buddy. No, we got a lot more. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys for subscribing to the NFC West Network. I thank you. Thank you so very much. And I hope to see you this Tuesday, which is today at 6 p.m. AZ time on there. We're going to go live. Thank you so very much for the 10 additional subscribers for that channel. Thank you so very much. We're trying to grow and trying to get to 1K over there. Appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Chris Banjo. I don't think Chris Banjo is on the team anymore. For something. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Jordan P says we need to find a cornerback that wants a new contract. That's how the Eagles just traded for elite starting slot corner. Josh Rosen just got cut today. Poor guy, 100% agree. Poor Rosen. Yes, poor Rosen. Cardinals going to pick up another vet and probably Leatherwood because can't have enough elite. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to pick up another depth player, right? We have to get another like veteran cornerback. I think it's a no-brainer that we have to do that. Yeah, I absolutely think it's an absolute no-brainer. We have to. We absolutely have to. We got some people in the chat talking about Rosen. Okay, man, leave the poor guy alone, man. It's like when you're beating that little meme where it's like, come on, do something. That's what I feel about Rosen. I feel bad for the guy, man. I really do. I really, really do. Not picking up Leatherwood. Josh Jones is a swing tackle. I like Josh Jones. I really do. I really do. Are you gonna go to another draft? If there's one close by, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to go for sure. Yeah, it's crazy because I was so freaking ready to go. Me and my brother, even we got our tickets to Vegas. Like we got the tickets, the airplanes, everything was good to go. Then unfortunately, COVID happened, and everybody knows the rest of the history at that point. So yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. So hopefully there's another one close by. I'm definitely gonna try to make an appearance. All right, let's keep it going here. Nice. 10 more people in the NFC West Network. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, let's do another quick refresh. I don't know if I can go live this length of amount of time, y'all. I'm not seeing anything for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not seeing anything for the Arizona Cardinals, y'all. Man, why is this happening to us? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Hopefully everybody is chilling. What's going on? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. We're just here waiting. We're waiting for the opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals to get their 53-man roster out here. Waiting. We need a cornerback with legs. I mean, I would hope you have legs. I'm just kidding. Just joking. Just joking. Let's see here. Just constantly refreshing my Twitter feed, y'all. Just constantly refreshing, and I'm not seeing anything at all still. Dang. Let's see here. It was oh yes, thank you. Yes, let's talk about this real quick. If you guys don't know this, I appreciate you, Jordan P. Thank you so very much for letting me know. Let's talk about this, and I want to hear you guys' opinion on this here, right here. Andy Isabella had a huge preseason, ladies and gentlemen. Andy Isabella had a huge preseason. Did he not? Let me know in the comments. Did he not? He had a great one. He looked fantastic. He looked like the guy that we were all hoping he was going to be when we drafted him in the second round. Now, there was reports coming out here from our very own John Gambadoro from 98.7 saying that Andy Isabella wants to go to a place that he's going to be used as a starter. Not as a depth player, but as a starter. Now, of course, I chimed into the conversation and I said, I don't blame Andy Isabella for this. And this is exactly what it was really said. So let's take it here. Let me see if I can find the exact tweet here from our very own John Gambadoro here. He says, Andy Isabella did make the 53-man roster. So here, he did make the 53-man roster. But from what I'm hearing, he wanted to be traded, wants a fresh start and snaps over being a depth guy that may not play. And of course, I chimed in and says, I don't blame him. I don't blame Andy Isabella. He played his tail off today. And probably one of the most critical. We got the 53-man roster, ladies and gentlemen. The 53-man roster has been released. It's out. It's out. It's out. It's out. It's out. Breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right into this. Let's go. We'll talk about Andy Isabella a little later on. The roster has been released. We are good to go. Let's dive right into it. Let me retweet this bad boy and let's get this going. 1 second, y'all. Appreciate you guys for staying tuned. I know, it just took some time. It just took some time. 53-man roster. Let's freaking go. Let's go. I'll let you know. Let's do this. All right, who's ready? Fire emojis. Fire emojis in the comments. Like the fire emoji it up. Okay, let's go over the roster cuts first, right? Oh no, unless you guys want to. Let's see here. Trayvon Mullins. Okay, we heard that already. Blah blah blah. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm getting the list here. Okay, so it's telling us who's been cut. But I wanted the list of. I guess we can make our assumption, right? We can make our assumption, I guess, because I'm not seeing the list unless anybody else is seeing anything. Okay, let's go over it. So let's talk about the people that were cut. So tight end, Steven Anderson. I don't think anybody really thought that guy was going to make it into the roster. Wide receiver, Andre Bocelli, and I always butcher his name. I apologize. He actually made a really good touchdown catch in the first preseason game, and unfortunately, he got hurt. He did not make it. He did not make it. Victor Bolden Jr. was cut. Wait, what? Long snapper Aaron Brewer was cut? What the heck? Wait, y'all, give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I have my guy here saying that to go to their Instagram page. Let's go to their Instagram page. Hopefully this can give us a little bit more clarity because they're saying long snapper was cut. Don't we only have one long snapper? 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I apologize. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we got it. Here it is. The defensive line. We're going to start off with the defensive line, ladies and gentlemen. We have Rashad Lawrence. Let's freaking go. Michael Dogby. Jonathan Ledbetter. Zach Allen. Licky Fotu. And J.J. Watt. That is our defensive linemen. Spam it up, y'all. Spam it up in the comments. So that's our defensive linemen. Rashad Lawrence. Michael Dogby. Jonathan Ledbetter. Zach Allen, Licky Fotu, and J.J. Watt. Let's look at our cornerbacks. Our cornerbacks right now, Byron Murphy, Marco Wilson, Trayvon Mullen, Antonio Hamilton, and Christian Matthew. Man. Oof. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. Safeties, Budda Baker, Deontay Thompson, Charles Washington, and Jalen Thompson. Special teams, Matt Prater and Andy Lee. Outside linebackers, Majay Sanders, Marcus Golden, Dennis Gardick, Victor Dimikichi, Cameron Thomas. Those are all our outside linebackers. Inside linebackers, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins, Ezekiel Turner, Tanner Vallejo, Ben Newman, Nick Vigil. Wide receivers, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Rondell Moore, Antoine Wesley, Andy Isabella, AJ Green, and Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch. We obviously don't see DeAndre Hopkins there, right? But I think obviously because he's got the first six games off because of suspension. Let's look at the offensive linemen. I always butcher his first name. Lekadis Smith. Rodney Hudson, Sean Harlow, Justin Pugh, Kelvin Beachum, Cody Ford, DJ Humphreys, Will Hernandez, and Josh Jones. Running backs, James Conner, Darrell Williams, Eno Benjamin, Jonathan Ward, Keontae Ingram. Boys, we got Jonathan Ward up. Yes, Jonathan Ward made it. I'm so glad that his injury didn't affect him. Tight end, Trey McBride, Zach Ertz, and Max Williams. Where in the living heck is our long snapper? Y'all boys, these guys are pulling a mic, y'all. These guys are pulling a mic. Last year when I did my prediction, I didn't put my long snapper on there, and now they don't have a long snapper up in here. How does this make any sense? How does this make any sense, bruvs? Interesting. Okay, if you guys didn't catch it, if you guys are just coming in here right now, smack that like button. Breaking news, our 53-man roster has been set. Our 53-man roster is out. For some odd reason, we don't have a long snapper. I don't get it. Don't ask me. I'm not sure why. I don't 100% get that. I really don't. But the 53-man roster has been released. And for some reason, they have them as a cut. Aaron Brewer has been cut on the list. That's odd. It's very, very odd. Interesting. Okay. Place kicker, sometimes a long snapper. That's true. I'm just very surprised that we just didn't want to bring him because he's been with us for a bit. Okay. Maybe our long snapper has something to do with Prater missing. Oh, probably. Yeah, Prater, probably. Interesting. Okay. All right. So that's our 53-man roster, y'all. How are you feeling? Put it in the comments below. How are you feeling about the 53-man roster? Let's go over it again real quick. Just real quick. Defensive line. Rashad Lawrence, Michael Dogby, Jonathan Ledbetter, Zach Allen, Licky Fotu, and J.J. Watt. Cornerbacks, Byron Murphy, Marco Wilson, Trayvon Mullen, Antonio Hamilton, and Christian Matthew. Safety, Budda Baker, Deontay Thompson, Charles Washington, and Jalen Thompson. Special teams, Matt Prater and Andy Lee. Outside linebacker, Maje, Sanders, Marcus Golden, Dennis Gardick, Victor Demikici, and Cameron Thomas. Inside linebacker, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins, Ezekiel Turner, Tanner Vallejo, Ben Newman, Nick Vigil. Wide receiver, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Rondell Moore, Antoine Wesley, Andy Isabella, AJ Green, and Greg Dortch. Interesting. Okay. Who took Christian Kirk's place? That's going to be Rondell Moore, my guy. Rondell Moore is going to be the guy that's going to be getting the most of the snaps of Christian Kirk. Wow. Wow. Okay. It's out, ladies and gentlemen. It's out. How are you feeling? Did we really need 6 linebackers? You know, if it's up to Steve Keim, he wants 6 linebackers, y'all. He wants 6 linebackers, y'all. He wants it. He needs it. Who's getting cut with exactly? Well, that's what I was going to say a little earlier, everybody. Keep in mind, please, that this 53-man roster is set, right? But it doesn't mean it's not going to change. It can change tomorrow. It can change the next week. It can change in 2 weeks before our preseason game. Or I'm sorry, our regular season game against the Chiefs. It can change. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how this all shakes out. But honestly, one person I'm really happy with, Jonathan Ward. I think he absolutely deserved it. Absolutely deserved it. Jordan P says Marquise Hayes went on IR, and surprising, Justin Murray got an injury settlement, so he's gone. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Easy says maybe Antonio Hamilton. Rondell's a beast. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Rai says Rodney Hudson's a long snapper. Okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. That is our 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals. I would love to extend this live stream, but I can't. We'll have to kind of wait and see. I'm going to continue to do live streams. We're going to continue to talk about verbatim how this is going to look like, who came in, who didn't come out, who we're going to miss, who we're not going to miss. We're going to have videos for days. Let me just put that out. We're going to have videos for days. And if you have not yet subscribed to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, I highly recommend you smacking the like button and subscribing to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Helps the channel grow out tremendously. We have the NFC West Network that is already growing. We got 458 subscribers because of you guys out there, and I appreciate you guys for coming clutch. Subscribe to the NFC West Network because we are going to go live today at 6 p.m. We're going to talk about the 49ers. We're going to talk about the Rams. We're talking about the Seahawks. We're talking about the Cardinals. We're going to talk about all of it. Every Tuesday, we go live on the NFC West Network. So if you haven't done so already, go to the NFC West Network and subscribe. There is the link in the comments right there. Just click on the link, subscribe. We're going to go live here pretty soon, and we're going to talk everything NFC West. Let's do this. Let's end this stream. Let me know on the comments below with an emoji how you're feeling about the 53-man roster. Put it in the comments below. How are you feeling about this 53-man roster with some emojis? You can either fire it up. You can put a thumbs down. You can put an eggplant, whatever you want to put it in the comments below. I'm super curious to figure out how you guys are going to summon this or summarize this 53-man roster for the Arizona Cardinals with an emoji. So we got my guy Easy with the fire emoji. We got Anish with the zipper. Daniel with the flames. Ian with the hang loose. Love it, love it, love it. Ty Johnson with the fire emoji. Love it, love it. Mike says could be better. Okay. All right. Diego says, I haven't quite 100% put that on there yet. But we got MMVV with the, I don't know, bruh. We got Julio with the target right on target. Cool. Love it, love it. We got some bots coming up here, right? Let me block this user real quick. 1 second, yo. All right, I had to block that user right quick. All right, everybody. We're going to be ending this up here right now. Thanks to everybody for coming in. Live stream, that's our 53-man roster for the 2022 season, but it could change as we go. Thanks again for all the new subscribers to the NFC West Network. We are on the road to 1,000. If you have not yet subscribed, if you like all news from NFC West, subscribe to the NFC West Network. There is going to be the link right there in the comments below. Subscribe it up, smack the like button here, and that's all I got to say for this. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Thank you so very much for being here as always. Go Cards.